Hi YouTube family, my name is Mageorgiba. If you're new here, you're welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's always good to have you here. I hope everyone's having a good week so far and you are not letting anyone dim your light. If you're watching this video around Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas and I hope you remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. Before we jump into today's video, I would like to ask that if you're new here and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red subscribe button located on the right hand side of your screen. Okay, and when you click on that button, also click on the bell. That enables you to turn on post notifications and also select all so that you get notified for everything I upload onto my channel. So I've been living in Australia for almost 2 years now, and honestly speaking, I am happy to be here. I'm also grateful to God and my parents for the privilege to live in this country. But in as much as I'm grateful, there are times that I miss home and I miss certain things about home. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 things I miss about Nigeria. So if you're interested in knowing what they are, then keep watching. So I miss my family. Honestly speaking, I do. I'm not here alone. I'm here with my elder brother, but I miss my younger brother who is back in Nigeria. If you're watching this, hey. I miss my parents. If you're watching this, I love you guys. I miss my grandparents and I just miss like everyone, my cousins. I also miss Joy. If you're watching this, Joy, you know yourself, I miss you. Be a good girl in school, okay? So yeah, in as much as away from home, I try to, keep in touch the best way I can, but sometimes, you get homesick, especially when you're like a very family oriented person such as myself. I get a bit homesick sometimes, and yeah, I just miss my home people. I miss my people. So I also miss food. Like, gosh, I'm a sucker for good food. I'm not saying like there isn't good food here. There is, of course, but there's this food where I'm from in River State. Is my camera aligned properly? Honestly, guys, the struggle is real. There's this food where I'm from in River State. It's called onunu, and it's made. I'll see if I can get a picture from my food page and paste it probably here. It's made from ripe plantain, yam and palm oil and a little bit of salt, probably when you're pounding it or when you're boiling the yam or plantain. Yeah, so I miss onunu. Riverside people will know, the riverine people will know what I'm talking about. So I miss that delicacy. I also miss cocoyam soup. I miss bole. Jesus, I miss bole. Like bole and fish. Bole and fish, bole and fish, bole and fish, like Port Harcourt style. I miss bole and fish. I miss having periwinkle or periwinkle, however you want to pronounce it. I miss it. Like since I came here, when I cook soup, like it feels really awkward, even if I have like meat and fish inside sometimes, or one or the other times. It feels really awkward not to have periwinkle in my soup because I'm from the Riverside area in Nigeria. I'm from the south, and periwinkle is like a staple for soups where I'm from and in my house as well. So I've always had that in my soup, and now having to not have that in my soup, it's really awkward sometimes, but I'm making do with what I have for the meantime. And also I haven't been able to find fresh plantain. compared to when I was living in the UK, I know I could go to some continental shops and I would see fresh ripe or unripe plantain. You guys won't believe that since I got here, your home girl hasn't had plantain porridge. Oh, I miss food, man. So the plantain that is here basically, or what I've been able to find, if anyone is watching this and you're based in Australia and you know otherwise, please let me know. What I've been able to find is plantain that is frozen, and those ones won't really cut it, especially for like plantain porridge and onunu, you know, because I just feel like the plantain is just going to melt in the pot because it was frozen. But I might be wrong. Maybe I should actually give it a try. So also access to skincare products that were agreeing with my skin, guys. Like, since I got here, my skin, especially my face, has been going through different things. I honestly do not know what's going on anymore. I've spent thousands of dollars so far. I'm not exaggerating. I didn't spend them all at once. I've spent them in bits. So if I calculate everything, they are definitely running into thousands of dollars on my face. And look at it, I'm having like a really serious breakout now, but I don't know what to do. So I miss access to the skincare products that were working for me in Nigeria, regardless of the amount of stress I was under, because I'm under considerable amount of stress. The Lord is my strength. I am under considerable amount of stress, and I strongly believe that has a big role in playing with the look of my skin at the moment. Yeah, like I tried once to get the products I was using. I don't want to mention anybody. I don't want my channel to be a place where I like paint someone's image black and all, but I tried to get the products I was using from Nigeria to here once, and it took forever just to get the waybill number. And when I finally got the waybill number, it was wrong. And when I contacted her, it took her a while to respond. And when she finally responded, she was not even like sorry that I'm having to contact her over and over again just to get a waybill number. But when the products also arrived, some of it had leaked out. And when I complained to her, she didn't even respond. So her customer service is quite poor. So yeah, the struggle is real. I'm just trying to find some products around me, and yeah, sometimes in Nigeria still from other vendors that will agree with my face. I know you guys, some of you will probably say I should try salicylic acid, but I find my skin to be a little bit too sensitive for some products, but that is a separate video. Okay, that is a completely separate video. Making my hair at a cheap rate, guys. You guys don't know what you have in Nigeria or in Africa as a whole. Like, even when I was schooling in Ghana, you guys don't know what you have. Like, the way you could just walk out your house and you see a hairdresser just down the road, and you enter inside. You could easily just probably wait a few hours, especially if it's not around the festive season. You could wait just a few minutes or so and you get attended to and stuff like that. But over here, the way things are set up, number one, there aren't many hairdressers that do African hair, and the ones that do African hair are quite expensive. Okay, so they are quite expensive, and I'm not the kind of person that is able to sit down and make her hair herself. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those industrious ladies, so yeah, I have to go to the salon and make my hair. So yeah, it's really expensive. Like, imagine spending like a lot of money, and then when you convert it to naira, it's just really painful. So honestly, Africa is blessed. We are blessed in many ways apart from this. Like, there I could change my hair every 1 month, but here at least I have to think twice and gauge my pocket to know if I can change my hair every month or not. Still on the salon matter, going for pedicures in Nigeria is cheap. Come on, pedicures in Nigeria is cheap. And even though the few times I've gone for a pedicure, I don't really do manicures because there's really nothing to manicure. Anyway, the few times I've gone for a pedicure, they usually tell me my feet is really soft, that I have like kind of baby's feet. So I don't go for pedicures as often because there isn't much to take off. But I really miss like going at least twice a year, like in the beginning of the year and at the end or in the middle of the year, you know, just to have that good feeling about the feet. But I think maybe I'll close my eyes and just probably be doing it here once a year. But since I got here, I haven't had a pedicure. Don't tell anybody I told you, but I haven't had a pedicure in almost 2 years, and my feet honestly do not look like it. If I didn't tell you, you won't know. I obviously can't bring the camera down to show you my feet, but if I didn't mention it, you won't know that I haven't had a pedicure. So yeah, I think maybe I'll probably just close my eyes and give myself a little treat with that. But it's on the pricey side to do a pedicure here, so yeah, if it's not really necessary, I don't bother myself with it. I just like polish my nails myself, and I do all those things myself basically, so I'm good. So I also miss not having to wear so many layers of clothing for a majority of the year. Okay, there are 12 months in a year, and in Nigeria or in most parts of Africa, all year round, or in West Africa, I can only speak for West Africa of course, all year round you can wear sandals, light dresses like this and go out. You don't need to, you know, put on so many layers and crowd yourself with so many clothes. But if you do not do that here, I can assure you, you're going to come down with pneumonia and you'll be in the hospital for a while. And being in the hospital is no fun because it's a lot of money, you know, it's a lot of money. So yeah, I really miss being able to like wear sandals, slippers all year round and just make my toenails free. And honestly speaking, like especially in the winter, I kind of neglect my feet because they are almost always covered. It's if I'm out of the house, I am wearing either 1 or 2 socks and a shoe or sneakers or something. But if I'm indoors, I'm wearing socks. So basically the only time I see my feet is when I'm in the shower or when I'm out of the shower dressing up. Then it's covered up again because it's cold. Yeah, so I miss the freedom in Nigeria, like feet out, getting the fresh air, and oh yeah, because of the feet always being covered. Also, we also need to be careful about getting a fungal infection over here. Yeah, you need to be careful about that, and you need to take care of your shoes, like make sure they are all nice and dry inside, and change your socks regularly too. So this one might be funny for my fellow Africans, but you won't understand until you're in my shoes. I miss getting my vitamin D from the sun without getting a sunburn. I know many of you will say, what's a sunburn? Like, do Africans burn and all that? Well, oh great, helicopter. Aeroplane rather. Yes, so as I was saying before the cockroach interrupted, some of you would say, do Africans burn, blah blah blah. Of course we do. Maybe not as noticeable as the average Caucasian, but we do. And some of us lighter shade Africans tend to burn a little bit more than the rest of the other Africans that are a bit darker. So I miss like just going out and being in the sun a little bit, not too much of course. And you know, while you're out, you know, you're getting your vitamin D, especially between the morning and about, I think, up to like 11, 12 in Nigeria. It doesn't really get that hot in the south because I'm based in Port Harcourt back in Nigeria, so it's not really that hot over there. But the summer last year over here, the temperature got to 50 degrees one day, and I was like, is this still planet Earth, or have I accidentally walked into hell? Because it was so hot. Honestly, I regretted being outside that day, and it can even make you feel like it wants to melt your skin off. I'm not sure if there's any part of Nigeria that gets as hot as 50 degrees. Maybe some parts of the northern states, but I'm not even sure they get that hot over there. But 50 degrees is no joke. It's not like that every day, don't get me wrong. That's like the extreme I've seen. And summer is approaching now, and only God knows how hot it's going to be. The forecast says in a few days it's going to be 40, and then a few days after that it's going to, as of the time I'm recording this video, and a few days after that it's going to be 41. So that's a bit hot still, because in Port Harcourt, I think the maximum I had seen back then was 35 degrees. So vitamin D is a no-no for me here, because even the times that the weather is a bit cooler, not too hot, I'm either at work or at school, or you know, just girl is keeping busy, so I don't really have the luxury. And when I'm free to go out, the UV index has gone up, and I do not want to risk going out to, you know, burn my skin. Black don't crack, but black will crack if you don't take care of it well. So you also know the way there are like several tailors around in Nigeria to mend your clothes, and you know, there are even the ones they call obiomans that carry the sewing machines and move around in the streets. It's not like that over here. Of course, you wouldn't expect it to be like that, but what I'm saying, or what I'm trying to say is they're a bit expensive, the tailors, to mend clothes. And if you even want to sew a cloth, only God knows how much it's going to cost. I haven't tried that. I have like a dress I wanted to mend for an occasion I had to attend, but you won't believe it, like when I got to the tailor, he initially told me he could do it, and then he told me how much it was. He was like, it's going to be like $70 just to like flip the hem and sew it in properly. $70. I'm like, cool, no worries. I'm like, because I have an emergency, so I wasn't really concerned about the price. So he now later changed his mind and said, oh, that he's just coming out of surgery, he doesn't think he'll be able to do it, and I should leave the dress for an event I had that coming Saturday and come back for it the following Wednesday to pick up the dress. Like, how good is that? How good is that? So yeah, the tailors are a bit pricey. So I think maybe if I really had like interest in getting traditional wears, I would probably contact someone back home to take my measurements. That is, I don't even trust the Nigerian tailors that well, like to give someone my measurements to sew something and send it to me. So I think I'll probably just be buying ready to wear African prints and all, because honestly it's not worth it. And with regards to mending my clothes, man, the struggle is real in that area. But when in Rome, do as the Romans. Don't really have a choice. Maybe the best thing I can do for myself is to find like a cheaper seamstress to help be mending my clothes, but that's about it. I can't really do much in that area. I also miss praise and worship, Nigerian style. Like, since I've been here, no offense, but my church is Anglican, and the Anglican church over here is like a traditional Anglican church. So they sing the hymns, read the psalms and the creeds and all that, but that's about it. There is no clapping, there is no, the way we do it in Nigeria. Like the Nigerian Anglican church is not as traditional as this one and the ones in the Western world in general. So like I'm used to, praising God in a way that is just different, honestly. So it's a real challenge, like adjusting to the new style. And what I try to keep in mind is God understands and he can relate to praise in any way it is expressed. So that is like my comfort, because at least he knows my heart and he knows I'm still praising him to the best of my ability and my circumstance. So last but not least, I missed the Christmas parties and festivals, especially the ones in my neighborhood back home and the ones in my village, Abonima. So there's usually some Christmas parties organized by one of the big chiefs in the village, and he, like, I think I was quite younger, I probably wouldn't be interested in that now, but I miss it. Like the memory comes to my mind around this time of the year, and I'm like, there's nothing like that here. Like everything you need to pay. No more xoxo free. You need to pay for everything. Honestly, it's interesting being an adult. It's really interesting being like an adult, like having to cater for all your needs yourself. Anyway, that's beside the point. I also miss like the masquerade performances back home in Abonima. Like there's so many different kinds of masquerades, from Iobolo to whatever the other ones are called. It's been a while, so I can't really remember all of them correctly. Like I miss the vibrant African Christmas, like the dressing up, the smiles, like everywhere you pass people are saying Merry Christmas, and it's really lively back there. It's also lively here, but a lot of the events are controlled, not really free entry, apart from the Christmas markets, of course, but you still need to pay for the things there, which is normal because everybody has to eat. So yeah, I miss home. Like I hope out of these 10 points, or with these 10 points, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you of how much I miss home and my people. Anyway, after all I have said in this video, if you would ask me if I want to go back to Nigeria, my answer would be not really. I do want to visit to see my family though, but I do not want to right now carry myself and deposit myself back in Nigeria. That is out of the question, because when given an opportunity to make life better, you seize it and you make the best of it, regardless of whatever challenges or situations you might be facing. I WhatsApp video call them, and all that good stuff. Keep in touch. Basically, they're like the most important thing to me in Nigeria, not even the food. Like food can wait. Even though I'm a sucker for good food, food can wait. But my family, they're like the most important thing to me, and I keep in touch with them as much as I can. At the end of the day, we are all in search of greener pastures, whether we want to accept it or not. And when we find it, we have to do our best to make it work one way or the other. Okay fam, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and also share it with everyone you know across all your social media platforms. And yeah, see you next time, but till then, stay blessed and remember God loves you. Bye.